What's up, witches? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jorvik, and today we're going to be continuing our watch of Agatha all along. I have really been enjoying this show so far. I am already embedded in like the kind of witch culture. I have a lot of friends who are witches, so this type of thing is right up my alley. As tradition for this show going forward, we are going to be lighting a candle, invoking the gods, and hoping they'll join us for this watch along. And there we go. May the gods join us. It is officially October, perfect for this show. Some predictions, I am going to go ahead and say. I think we're going to get Rio in this episode, and I think she'll be a character going forward. After the shocking / not shocking death of Sharon Davis last episode, they are going to need a green witch, and I think because Agatha didn't bring an actual green witch, I think maybe the witch's road actually played a part in her death. I don't think that has been confirmed yet. There have been other theories that maybe the antidote didn't work because they didn't put Sharon's hair in the potion like they did with everyone else, but who's to say? I expect there to be some repercussions at the beginning of this episode because of that, because now the stakes to them are at least high because they know that they can die. If you've missed the first 3 episodes that I reacted to, they are on the channel. Feel free to go check them out. As always, if you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I am working on other shows to do reactions to. Some of them I'm actually pretty excited about, and I can breeze through them no problem. Others are going to be a little bit more daunting, so just stay tuned for that. All right, let's get into it. If I can't reach you, let my song teach you.
IP Mrs. Hart. Well, shall we?
I love how you want to root for Agatha, but they still make her seem like the villain, you know?
So much has already gone wrong. I mean, aren't we all covenless witches? And by extension, we're rule breakers?
I do really like this set of The Witch's Road. I did see some behind the scenes stuff that a lot of it is practical and it's an actual, like, set. Plus, the lighting is just so good. It's just the right amount of dark with the right amount of blue.
Political.
That's super political.
May she be pleasant looking?
Oh, she's pleasant looking, all right.
What did I do? This was very clearly a group effort.
Oh my god, did we turn Mrs. Hart into a zombie?
They gave me the same imagery as Wanda coming out of the mirrors in Doctor Strange 2 when she's at Comertage.
Green witch. More.
The Green Witch.
We're supposed to walk this thing, right? Yeah.
She's the Green Witch. Very interesting choice of making her sound very devilish. Man, I love her so much. Audrey Plaza is like the perfect casting for this, and just the perfect like foil to Catherine Hahn. I love it.
Do I hate her or do I want her phone number?
Same.
Right? Yeah.
Same.
Oh, hello. Hey.
Hello. What a scary bitch.
That's a crazy line to say. I wonder if that's her mother's house and she recognizes it. Maybe. Ooh, different phases of the moon. That was something that was pointed out in the last episode that I didn't really catch on my initial watch through. But of course I saw it on all the other channels. Oh no, this is the 60s, 70s aesthetic. Oh, that was a cool shot, actually. Yeah, okay.
A test.
No cheating this time.
What?
Yes, team.
I was just thinking about the invite on the mantle.
No.
I think I remember reading somewhere. I think I mentioned this in the first episode reaction that I think they have a history together, like as a couple. But I don't know if I drank that or if I read that somewhere.
And I get my buddies.
Hey, that's my coven you're talking about. I'm not that kind of witch anymore. I knew it. What does he mean? What is she talking about you? What is that?
I'm sorry, I thought it was.
So I wonder, do they have to play music? Because that's a metronome.
Her shoulders.
About to say, it looks like there's burns. Yeah. Oh, ooh. Some gnarly makeup.
Do I have one too?
Oh, right, because her mother said that the family is cursed. Jeez. Whoa. What was that? Was that a piece of glass? Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's gone. Is it gone?
The exit.
We did it. Yay.
Ooh, yeah, he's bleeding.
What's wrong with him?
He's bleeding.
Jennifer. Look what you did.
It was a trap.
Mm.
I still don't know how he did it.
It's the doctor we saw in the previous episode. So Agatha believes that he is probably her son. Everyone else thinks that he's Billy Kaplan.
You don't have to know a person's name to know who they are.
Careful you don't say something nice to me.
Oh, I won't.
Interesting. So she thinks that it's her son. But I still feel like that's a red herring.
Check this out.
What is that?
Vampire bite. Right before I knocked out his other two.
Oh.
Vampires confirmed in the MCU. Interesting. In history, I believe on the island of Sicily, or maybe a smaller island or a region of Sicily, there was a tomb that was discovered of like thousands of bodies that all like had their heads removed, or like something like that. Everyone, the running theory is that there could have been vampires. So her being a Sicilian witch encountering a vampire, pretty interesting to me. Do it, Disney. I want to see them.
That boy isn't yours.
Oh. Cool. So that confirms it. Presumably. I mean, we're taking her at her word. All right. Let's talk about it. So, overall, I think this is a pretty good episode. I think it is definitely... I don't think it's the weakest episode, but we did progress on the road, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. A few things I want to point out in this is the whole trial, the test they need to do with the record spinning backwards and you're hearing like the devilish music. That was a big thing in the 60s and 70s and even into like the 90s, and I guess you can argue today as well, the satanic panic that swept the nation, at least in the United States. I don't know about anywhere else in the world. You see all the time conspiracy theories like with the Beatles, Rolling Stones, probably, Metallica, some of the bands in the 80s as well, that if you play their records backward, there's like a secret hidden message and it was supposed to invoke the devil or Satan or whatever into music. And, for a long time, rock music, metal music was seen as the devil's music. In a lot of places, it's still that way, but obviously it's not. I think I mentioned this last week that the way that these trials are going, they are going to be, for each of the members of the coven. So obviously we got Jennifer last week, and then we got Alice this week. I really love the whole musical number in the middle. It really like kind of plays onto this. The music has a very enchanting and very, powerful messages behind them. I encourage you to name one song that doesn't make you feel like at peace, that doesn't make you feel, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, like, music affects people differently. And so using music as like a protection spell, I think is one genius. And like, I wish we would see more of like each of their backgrounds. And I think we will. I think we'll see more probably in the second half of the season. Because I believe we're already halfway. If not, next week we'll be halfway. But I would love to see the relationship more between Alice and her mother, because she does seem like she was very saddened, realizing that this song that she hated for her whole life, because it was tied to this like obsession that her mother had and ultimately got her killed, was in reality a protection spell from her from this generational curse, which seems to have been lifted in this. Same thing with Jennifer. I think throughout the season, by the time she reaches the end of the road, she will be unbounded and be able to use magic again. I mean, because they were very pleasantly surprised that she was able to concoct like this, moon magic, this healing water for Teen. And speaking of Teen, let's go ahead and move on to him. I just think they're purposely laying down all of these red herrings because they want the audience to believe that he is Nicholas Scratch, that he is Agatha's son. Presumably, we know that Agatha traded the life of her son for the Darkhold, because she was in possession of the Darkhold for 400 years, give or take, before Wanda took it from her in WandaVision. But Rio coming in and saying that he is not her son, I also think is a red herring. I mentioned it last week, and I'm pretty sure in the previous episodes, that the running theory is that he's Billy Kaplan. He is Wiccan in the comics, and that he's part of Wanda's son. Maybe his soul, went into another body. We did learn last week that a lot of stuff happened to him when he was 13, and that number is important because in the credits, I think it was Eric Voss from New Rock Stars who pointed out that there is a newspaper headline for, I believe, 2023 that there was like an accident or something like that. And if we know that this is taking place 3 years after WandaVision, which also took place in the fall of 2023, it's presumed that maybe the teen's parents died in this accident, or maybe he died in this accident, and the soul of Wanda's kid went into him, and now he is, this new version of Billy. I don't know. I feel like that's a little far-fetched, but, Marvel doesn't put these things in their credits or in marketing for no reason. So it's presumed that that could be the case. But no, I think all in all, like I said, I enjoy this episode, Again, nothing too crazy. It's just another, again, I wouldn't say filler episode because there were some things obviously happened in this. But again, each of these witches are going to have to go through a trial, to really seek what they want. And the fact that Rio, we don't really know what she wants. Maybe she wants Agatha, maybe she wants to get rid of that scar. She to bring up that scar that she inflicted on someone, presumably Agatha. We don't know what their history is. We most definitely will probably see it, maybe in the back half. We also don't really know who the villain is yet. It could be Mephisto, it could be Rio, it could still be Agatha, but in a more metaphorical sense of like she's the villain in her own story type of thing. I don't know, just speculating. But yeah, let me know down below what you thought of this episode. Do you think that any of these crazy conspiracy theories about the show could be true? Is Rio the villain? Is Agatha the villain? Is Teen the secret villain? With that being said, my witches, our coven is adjourned, and I'll see you next week for episode 5. My name is Jorvik. I'll see you in the next one.